I'm doing some research and I'm looking into managerial consulting. And a lot of college kids go into this industry, I'll call it, and they work for these companies. They're called the Big Three Managerial Consulting Firm, MBB. There's a few companies in this space, but this company makes $15 billion a year, and they work with governments, they work with some of the biggest companies on planet Earth. And all of their case studies had one thing in common: projected impact. So we're gonna go back to Exhibit A on our whiteboard here, fake case studies. It said projected impact, $100 million over the next 10 years. Now I thought about this, and I thought about what if people were to go into an industry with their agency, with their business, and say, our projected impact is $50 million over the next 65 years. You can make up projections all day, and no one knows exactly what the tangible results are because the tangible results are never publicized. So this brings me to Exhibit 2, to where the consultants, the junior consultants, the college kids that get hired, you're having 21, 22-year-old kids with no business experience, fresh out of business school, fresh off of doing drugs and drinking and partying, now advising some of the biggest companies and corporations and governments in the world on how to run their organization, how to run their business. And they charge millions and millions and millions of dollars for this information. So none of these people have any clue as to exactly what they're actually talking about. Now, here's how I know this. A couple of years ago, when I quit my sales job, I was in Newark Airport in New Jersey, and I start talking to this girl who looked like she was about 45 years old. She wasn't hot, of course, and I'm asking her what she does because she's tapping away on the laptop. She goes, "Oh, I have a call in 10 minutes." I say, "Oh, like, what do you do?" She goes, "Oh, I work in consulting." I say, "Oh, that's cool. Who do you work for?" And she says, "This company." And she gets on this call and she starts explaining something that makes zero sense. Corporate jargon, talking about verticals and industries and symbiotic relationships and all this garbage. Hold on, there's a police helicopter going by because we live in America. And so she gets off the call, and I realized, because I was in sales, I know that this girl has no idea what she's saying. And I ended up asking her how old she is. Because like I said, this woman looks like she's about 35, 40 years old. And she tells me she's 23. And I realized that these are the people that are advising these companies. These are the people that are literally the Matrix, laying people off, firing good, hardworking Americans, firing good, hardworking people from companies in order to increase shareholder value. And really, they come into companies and they meet with them in person and they get all the employees to start drawing with crayons. This is a true story. I heard this literally about an hour and a half ago. My friend, he told me a story about how his dad worked at this company. They hired one of these companies and they came in and made the employees at this technology firm, very big technology firm, draw with crayons. And they get paid millions of dollars to make people draw with crayons. It's a good business model. And I'll tell you how this applies. These, the people responsible for changing the way in which we interact with the world, as in governmental restrictions, travel restrictions, laying off people and taking food out of families' mouths. The point I'm getting at is that managerial consulting is absolute garbage. Is a bunch of people who have no competency whatsoever. They're only good at explaining things in corporate jargon, and they have no idea what they're doing, and they're advising the biggest companies in the world on how to run their business and how to fuck you over. That's it. That's the video.